Huge thanks to eBay for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description to get started on your Marvel Legends collection today. As a bonus, eBay is giving away a Marvel Legends series Avengers Electronic Power Gauntlet to a lucky viewer over the age of 13. The link to enter the giveaway is also in the description below. Deadline for entries is December 1st, 2019. In days of yore, we have assembled lists of the most enchanting works of miniature posable sculpture. Verily hath the turning of time since produced a bounty of action figures, a mighty harvest for the enjoyment of collectors throughout the 9 realms. The day has come to bring current the worthiest selections. By Odin's burly beard, 'tis the top 10 Marvel Legends of all time. 2019 edition. Yeah. This is the top 10 Marvel Legends of all time as determined by you, the voters. We asked you for your votes on social media outlets like Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, and didn't give you any guidelines. Regular figures, Build-A-Figures, Hasbro, Toy Biz, we didn't specify and just let the voting go wherever it went. Some people thought the voting was about Marvel Legends, like Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane, which I was not expecting. Sorry about the confusion there. Number 10 is Marvel Comics' 80th anniversary Thor, a figure that so perfectly captures the idea of Thor. It is the ideal Thor, the beautiful, the everlasting, the one and only Thor. There are actually lots of Thors, or rather, one Thor that looks different over time. How to pick the handsomest, the strongest, the one with the best hat. In the end, it is the comics version that fans decided was the most worthy to represent the 9 realms. Asgard, Midgard, Vanaheim, Jotunheim, Nidavellir, North Nidavellir, I think is one, Sondheim, Boromir, Queens?
Hey guys, I'm beginning to think this isn't the real Thor.
Number 9 is 2018 Sasquatch Wave Cable. Maybe it's just a coincidence that he was released during a period where Hasbro is producing some of their best figures ever. But Cable rides a wave of 90s nostalgia that influenced the character selection for a lot of what Hasbro released in the last few years. Hasbro and Toy Biz before them tried, but collectors could not be satisfied with anything less than the physical embodiment of the 90s, in all its shoulder-padded, pocketed, giant-blastered, starry-eyed, Rob Liefelded glory. It's the only Cable that doesn't have you on the phone for hours with customer service trying to figure out why Cartoon Network isn't working. Number 8 is 2019 Wendigo Wave Nightcrawler. Kurt Wagner, one of the few X-Men, or for that matter, one of the few characters in the entire Marvel Universe that, to my knowledge, has never been an Avenger. I'm not totally sure because there are so many Avengers, and let's face it, as a god I've been alive for a very long time, and will be alive long after all of them are gone, and I have forgotten their names. This figure is a marked improvement over the previous Toy Biz figure from... "14 years ago!" Better articulation, sculpt, paint, alternate heads, a sword, everything you thought was great about the previous figure has been improved upon. And I feel like I don't really need to say that. Seems obvious, it's kind of the point of this list. That number 7 is 2019 Avengers Endgame worthy Captain America. Into the Marvel Cinematic Universe we go with my good friend Steve Rogers, one of the few worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. I mean, other than that frog, and that space horse, my father Odin of course, and my grandfather Bor, Loki, Jane Foster, the Destroyer, Vision obviously, one of the Power Pack Kids, Wonder Woman, Superman, Silver Surfer. That sounds like a lot, I know, but there are zillions of beings throughout the galaxies. Taking all of that into consideration, it's actually a very small percentage, but good news, the Mjolnir from this world was crushed by my sister Hela, the goddess of death, so no one's going to be wielding it anymore. Actually, that's bad news. Number 6 is 2018 Apocalypse Wave Wolverine, the classic tiger striped suit that was his original look, then fell out of fashion during the 80s, only to explode in the 90s as the X-Men dominated comic books, cartoons, action figures, video games. They were everywhere. This figure recreates his adorable kitten hat, a color palette that guarantees that he will not be sneaking around under the cover of darkness, those ridiculous boots, his removable claws. Trust me, he thinks they aren't removable, but I once restarted the Starforge and then held it open with my bare hands using my body as a shield against the full force of its power. I could get them out if I wanted to.
I could get them out if I wanted to. I could get them out if I wanted to.
Number 5 is 2015 Hobgoblin Wave Spider-Man. I know what this is. I know what you people are looking for. There's a lot to like about this particular Spider-Man figure. It was a revolutionary piece when it came out, a whole new approach to articulation, a fun take on Marvel's flagship character. Masked head, half-masked head, interchangeable hands, butterfly shoulders. But he's not here because of any of that stuff. You want the same thing that I want. It's that sweet, delicious, one-of-a-kind pizza counter. Should we give it to them? You deserve it. Put some pizza on the board. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Oh, I love me some pizza. We should get pizza right now. Lots of it. Pizza.
15 minutes later.
Number 4 is Hideous Lizard Turkey Man. He's got big wings and a tail, so floppy. Such a beautiful monster, so ugly and horrible with his beak and claws. At least he has some kind of undertrousers on. It's rare to meet a dinosaur, a monster, or even most of the people where I'm from who bother wearing undertrousers. Banner being an exception. Thankfully, that part of his brain stays intact even when Hulk is in control. Number 3 is Blue Cat Monkey from the 90s. Seems to be a theme going with this list we have here. Teeth and claws, blue fur, cat ears, undertrousers. He does seem familiar, probably an Avenger at some point. Might be confusing him with the other blue guy that we just talked about. I can't remember any specific missions that called for a giant monkey bear man. Can you imagine? Oh no, Galactus! If only we had a giant monkey bear man. At number 2, oh, it's Banner! Well, it's Hulk, not Banner. Neither one likes when you get it wrong, but they are equally adorable when you do. They have the same angry eyes. Don't know why it's taken so long to get a good Hulk out. How hard is it to make a brainless, ugly monster? Here's how it would have gone down if I was in charge. Hello, Mr. Hasbro, Mrs. Hasbro. In this sack I have placed a very large potato that I painted green. If you can engineer a set of legs and arms and somehow attach them to it, you will not only have a perfect Hulk figure, but one that also has the physical strength of Banner as well. The funny thing about that joke is that Banner would understand it, and it would make him so mad that he would turn into Hulk, and then Hulk wouldn't get the joke anymore, so he would just be trying to hit me for no good reason while I'm just laughing at him. And how is that any different than any other Tuesday at Avengers Mansion? And at number 1, Orange Korg! Alright, settle down, I know it's not Korg. Benjamin Grimm and I have been friends, brothers, for a long time. We fought against Dr. Doom and Galactus and the Beyonder. He's one of the few people I can talk to about fighting the Hulk and surviving. Ben continues the trend of being the culmination of Hasbro's progression through the current day, making the best version of the characters they attempt, and another piece with a solid pair of undertrousers. I must admit, given that lists like this usually turn out to be a popularity contest, I'm surprised that Thing is in the number 1 slot. How Wolverine, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, even me, how all of us were passed over for Ben Grimm speaks volumes. The voting wasn't even close for the number 1 spot. I can't even dismiss it by saying it's the newest figure in the list because it came out last year. Who could have predicted in 2002 that the best Marvel Legends figure, from hundreds of pieces over 17 years spanning 2 companies, would be a walking, talking pile of orange rocks? It is certainly, truly, officially the best Marvel Legends thing ever. eBay has all the collectibles you just can't get anywhere else. Vintage, rare, import, new and old, the kind of stuff we showed off in this video. Take a look through the rest of the toys. You'll find things you used to own, things you forgot about, or possibly things you didn't even know existed. I thought my Ace McCloud was complete and had been since I originally purchased it back in 1986, but to my surprise, I was missing several accessories. Look, Ace went to the beach, to school, to Grandma's house. How are we gonna shoot an episode about Kenner's Centurions without all the missiles and jet engines and wrist-mounted laser guns? I knew there was only one place to go. I knew eBay would have it. eBay is the place for collectibles, new, old, rare, vintage, one-of-a-kind, domestic and international. All kinds of toys, action figures, accessories, playsets. Go to eBay today to find the thing you've been missing all these years. To get started today, click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thank you very much to those of you who already are. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Toy Biz is dead. Long live Hasbro. The closest Toy Biz got to the top 10 was the Sentinel Build-A-Figure at the 14 spot. If your favorites weren't represented, let us know in the comments down below what your favorites were and why you didn't do more to lobby for them to be in the top 10. Cut.